Gaffer, Thompson, and Nembhard, the five that stay out there to start this second quarter for Dallas. Marshall spinning a lane, floats it up. No. Where will the scoring come from outside of Peyton Pritchard for Boston with Jaylen Brown on the bench? Using the screen on the re-screen from Queta. Lob it towards the rim. Gaffer got a piece. It nearly went down. Still loose. Marshall trying to rip it away, and he does. You do not want to cross Najee Marshall in the middle of a chaotic sequence, and Hardy misses the three.
Nice job there by Queta to get back into the play. He was the one Celtic player who went to the floor there.
White spray it out. Pritchard right back to D. White and a screen from Queta. So we're a minute gone in the second. That pass nearly taken away. It will be a turnover on a foul called on a loose ball against Queta. And now in the NBA in his two stops as Thompson finds Nylon from the outside.
That's what I'm saying. I don't care about the numbers for Klay Thompson. On any given time, he has 2 feet on the court. He's a threat.
He's shooting 45% from three over his last 7 games coming in. As White comes back with a 2. You get a Klay Thompson that's feeling like he's in his rhythm right now. Look out if you're the Celtics defense. The cross from Nembhard, bounce it. Gaffer again on Queta. And Gaffer just a little too strong.
Queta now 4 rebounds here.
Boston shooting 47%. He'll add to it. And Peyton Pritchard splashes home another. Let's go. 11 points in 8 minutes off the bench for P. Rabbit. Thompson can't respond. Pritchard's got a little hop in his step right now. 5 of 8 from the floor, 11 points.
Here comes the heat check.
Around instead for Shireman on the attack. Can they get it back to number 11? They will. It's Pritchard on the rookie. He's going right to work every time Nembhard steps up. That's why.
Show out, Peyton Pritchard. Show out.
It's a 7-0 Boston run. Marshall has the size advantage. He kept control of the basketball to float it in.
And recognize that size advantage with Pritchard trying to guard him. And as soon as he got to that spin move, all he had to do was protect the basketball.
Marshall averaging 20 over his last 9. Pritchard right back to work, and he missed it. Thought he was fouled. Nembhard in transition. Hardy sets the feet, and he just missed it. Changes coming for Dallas. Cisse and Christie set to check in next dead ball. Shireman in the corner. Gets past the first, bounce it. Hauser, the rare 2-point attempt goes down.
Very rare. And again, ball movement, man movement here.
The Mavericks.
This is probably the first time in her life, and certainly the first time for the rest of the Flag family, they're not rooting for the team in green. As Flag comes up short on the pull-up 3. But they certainly have that affinity. We talked about the green shoes for Cooper coming into this one, and he came out with a great energy and pace in that opening quarter. We'll see how he follows it up here in the second as White draws the foul.
So
they could be watching on NBC.
Talented family, talented boys, work hard. I love his demeanor. And what did Jason Kidd tell us? Look, he hates losing. Look, everyone hates losing. But here, it's been a struggle. And he hates it, but he's learning to get better at it and accept it, but wants to come back out and continues to work hard.
Well, that is exactly what you just aren't accustomed to when you first come to the NBA. Is highly touted as someone like Cooper Flag. Jason Kidd told us the same thing about when he first started his career. You're just not used to losing, and more than anything, I think the biggest adjustment that Jason was trying to get across to us, as Martin comes up short on the outside, was you go from when you know you've got a sizable lead in the second half of a college game, you know you're going to win that game, versus in the NBA, you might have a legit lead, but every little thing against grown men who are hungry to go after you and take your spot, they matter, they add up, and eventually you find your way to losing more games in the fourth quarter than winning. That's been the case for this team that's played more clutch games than any team in the NBA this season. They've lost more than they've won. 5 minutes gone here in the second.
Yeah, but those are learning moments on the fly.
Martin is fouled by Queta. Celtics aren't great in clutch this year either. with 11-4 record in clutch games. Well, keep your fight, stay. And the 5 on the floor for Dallas. Flagg, Martin, Christie, Cisse, and Kelly getting his first run, the rookie out of Auburn. Boston now 18 of 36 from the floor. Dallas 14 of 33. Brown had 15 points in the first quarter. Snakes his way through. Keeps the basketball in hand. Gonzalez, no hesitation. Third rebound for Flagg. A mission. Look at that transition. He just couldn't finish it.
Yeah, but did you see how he split the double there?
Nearly jumped the passing lane. Instead, it's a bounce for Garza right down the middle.
Man, did he finish that move yet? Okay, yes, he just did. That took forever for Garza to get that ball up.
Listen, I can't relate, but I guess when you're 6'10", you can slow step like that.
Oh, my goodness. He did the Euro step, and no one was down there. He didn't have to.
No, that went beyond Euro. That was Australian step-esque. 4 to shoot now. Flagg over a double team. In and out. Boston beginning to build this cushion as Dallas has gone cold offensively. Kelly trying to step up defensively on Brown. Brown likes the matchup, the fend off, and the bucket. 8-0 run for the Celtics. Christie looking to get it back, and Cisse is going to be called for it. He slow-played it, and the bucket counted the same. Trying to add now to an 8-0 run, and a foul away from the ball is going to go against Kelly. Touching Brandon Williams out with a leg, as White couldn't get the roll. Rebound, Garza fought for it, and it's out of bounds off Kelly. That should be staying with the Celtics, and it is. Required a second knee surgery. He's also out for the season as Garza extends the range.
And he's looking over here at me like, that's right, Reg. There's a new shooter in town.
It doesn't matter if it's slow. It's effective as Cooper Flagg uses the left.
Man, he is so good with his left.
Double figures already for the rook. Brown was tripped up. Under 5 to play in the second. Let's check in with Zora.
Well, guys, let's just go back to all it says. They really bought into it.
And you can tell. You talk about all those clutch games. That only happens if you play hard. You find yourself in games late, and then it comes down to that lack of experience. Oh, Gafford with a clean block. He just met Gonzalez at the summit. And Ugo comes up short on a second chance 3.
See if this can get the Mavs going here. What a beautiful block there by Gafford.
Martin right to the right. Timeout, Joe Mazzulla.
That's a smart timeout by
Tracy McGrady will break down everything in this game and a whole lot more outside around the NBA with a trade deadline looming in less than 48 hours. Brown creates space off the heel. And the rebound goes to Christie. This is the reported trade between the Clippers and the Cavaliers, who play each other tomorrow in LA. James Harden going to Cleveland. They'll still hopefully get Max Strus back at some point as well, who's missed the entire year so far.
And Tyson has been great for them as well. Surprise.
Flagg, that's just pure will.
Love that he never gets discouraged. At times, he had that rookie wall about 10, 15 games ago, but he has come out of it with flying colors here.
Brown, cross, drive, had it knocked away in a steal. Martin keeps the head up, attacks on Pritchard, kicks it out, Christie can't hit the 3. They've had some opportunities, but Dallas just hasn't fully converted when they've gotten their chance. And Gafford is down right now for the Mavs. It's a 5-on-4. Shireman, no. Rebound, Martin. And Gafford finally will get